I'm Philippe Auclair, a football writer, which doesn't necessarily mean it's just about football that I write when I write about, well, football. Fewer and fewer football writers do these days. Some 10 years ago, people started writing books like Tall, Brilliant Orange, Angels with Dirty Faces, books that prove that you could use football as a fertile terrain to write the histories of the Netherlands, Germany, Argentina, and I wondered, why not France? You could argue, and I certainly would, that France deserves to be called a great footballing nation. You could argue that you can learn as much about French history through football than you can learn about German history through Fußball. So it was always at the back of my mind that I should write that book, and that, in a way, books I had already written, like my biographies of Thierry Henry and Eric Cantona, were, in a way, trial runs for the big one. More recently, I realized that I already had written this book through a series of essays which were published in the UK, in America, in Scandinavia, in France, and that I would only retell the same stories, but perhaps without the same freshness. The madness of Olympique de Marseille, the ambiguities of Zinedine Zidane, the execution of the French national team captain in 1945 for collaboration with the Nazis, the kidnapping of Michel Hidalgo in 1978, the socialist beliefs of Albert Batteux, the manager of the Stade de Reims. I'd already written about all of that. So I collated these writings, I reread them, I tweaked them, and I came to see that every single one of them was in fact concerned with one thing, and that is French identity through football. Because our football had primarily been defined and created, founded by immigrants. In 1872, it is the Oxbridge students who create the club of Le Havre. In 1938, they are the political refugees who constitute the backbone of our World Cup team. They are Raymond Coppa, the Pole, Michel Platini, the Italian, Zinedine Zidane, the Kabyle, Marcel Desailly, the Ghanaian. All of them immigrants, after a fashion, but all of them French. Great French footballers, great French figures, full stop. People who have redefined what being French meant to the rest of the world, and to ourselves, perhaps, not quite, not yet. This is what Enfants de la Patrie, Children of the Fatherland, is meant to be. A portrait of French football through the portraits of its greatest figures, through essays on its greatest achievements and failures. A portrait of France through football.